Who doesn't remember growing up and hearing about the Grinch who stole Christmas? And it's Thursday. You know what that means? It's time for us to have another Throwback Thursday. And we're gonna go back in time, throw up that celebration, because Heart of the Stories we tell, and me, Rob the host, is going to take us back to a quick nostalgic look and see how a story was that might be a little bit on the older side. So celebrate your week almost being over as we look at the fact that it is that time of year. We tell Christmas stories in a very particular way, and I want to look at them. And now, specifically in this particular case, we're doing Throwback Thursday, so we're going to talk about those Christmas stories that we all know and love. Well, at least that we all know, because let's be honest, not everybody loves them. But Dr. Seuss's original, The Grinch That Stole Christmas. For the holiday season, we need to make a slight other change up, because, well, I can't really say that there's a spoiler section, and the elements of fiction seem kind of cheesy when these are stories that I literally just said not only have we all seen and heard, but probably this time of year they always have. So we're going to cut out all of the normal stuff and just talk about the story itself. Anyone that's ever worked in retail can give a little bit of belief to the fact that someone could be so stingy and so humbuggy that they want to stop Christmas from coming. And you know what? It's also a story of someone who self-hates. Now, yeah, we have the live-action version that goes more into the Grinch's whys, but realistically, we don't need that. The original story, the book, and then the cartoon, is all about someone who just doesn't have the Christmas spirit. Last week we talked about the Christmas spirit and the feeling of magic and belief when we talked about Miracle on 34th Street. But this one has a bit of magic in it too, because we have this character of the Grinch who just wants to stop Christmas from coming, because he doesn't understand what Christmas is. He thinks of Christmas as presents and noise and people doing silly things and people celebrating the idea of commercialism and just giving gifts. And yeah, he comes up with a cockamamie crazy plan, but hey, it's a kid's book. And it works. He steals all of the Christmas. But you see, this is a story about how commercialism isn't what the season's about. Even the religion isn't really what the holiday is about. I mean, nowhere in the Bible do I think that a big jolly man in a red suit came down someone's chimney. No, these are all things we added later. In fact, what we now know of as Christmas really is only about 120 years old. And with that comes exactly how the Grinch dresses up, how the Grinch looks like Santa and is doing things based on more of the commercialism. It's one big article on the fact that when Dr. Seuss looks at Christmas, Dr. Seuss thinks of it as something we hold in our hearts and something that we hold in our minds, and a charity and a love, and not the tree and not the decorations and not anything else. The true meaning of Christmas is in your heart and is in the childlike wonder that we've created. When I did my Sensational 7 last year, I included The Grinch because it's such a classic. I mean, how many people can't remember at least one or two of those lines of those songs? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, rotten to the core. Alright, I won't sing it. We tell these stories because we want a little bit of energy, we want belief, and we want to remember that there are better angels involved in all of us. Heroes that give and help people. So my question to you this week is, what does the holiday season mean to you? And that includes if you work in retail and it means, hours of more work. And do you hold Christmas in your heart every day? Or at least mostly during the last quarter of the year? Let me know that down in the comment section. But for now, you know what I need you to do, right? In the spirit of giving, how about you give me a thumbs up and share this video get someone else to watch it, see if they're interested in my channel. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm all about building this community up. And as this holiday season comes to a close, I hope I'm getting closer to that 100 subscriber mark I've been looking for, so I can start giving away those Amazon gift cards. But for now, we have one last day in December, and it comes after Christmas. But I have one more Christmas story I want to do this with. And no, it's not Die Hard, as much fun as that would be. So come back for what I think is the quintessential Christmas story, and have a good night.